Hi everyone, my name is Tatiana Balashova, Life and Global Wellness, and today I'm here with another review, and we will talk about deck Resilio. This is one of the metaphorical card decks from the O cards series, and as I mentioned in my O cards, there is like a whole, probably like they have over 15 decks. I already lost the count for them. So Resilio is actually one of my most favorite decks from this series. Even though I haven't had a chance to use it as much as I would like to, sometimes I have doubts whether I should choose it or not, especially if I cannot carry a lot of decks for the session. But in terms of artistry, I really like it. So let me check what's the name. It's painted by a Czech watercolor artist, Emily Marti. And there are 143 images, 99 picture images, and 44 cards with animals. And actually, like, my tip for those who use O cards or any other decks a lot, I like writing the amount of cards here just for me to double check if I haven't if I have all of them in place. And also it's convenient if you use the deck offline or for occasional Instagram or Facebook posts, and you can have to count the cards, so it helps to remind yourself how many cards are in the deck. So we can randomly look at the cards. I really like the size of all card decks because my hands are not big, and for me, holding some bigger cards which are like that is really a challenge, even though we don't always toss them like that, but sometimes I do, and it helps to have a smaller deck. Another thing is that they are fairly compact if you travel and if you need to go to another city or to a session, and then they do not occupy as much space as other decks. So in terms of images, so there are really different types of scenes from our life, and let's say I'm choosing, I don't even know what I'm choosing. So different scenes. I think it's not by chance that watercolor is used a lot in O card series and in general metaphorical cards, because it provides kind of like some room for interpretations. Okay, and you can find both people here, interaction between people, and some certain environment. Some of the cards are more urban in some way, but there are lots of images for very different life situations. And I feel like it's a very, to me, it is an artistic deck in a way. Like, say, O card deck, if to compare with it, it's a little bit more plain. However, also it offers some room for interpretation as well. Like, it gives them a bit more neutral feel. But here, images are, I would say they're a little bit more loaded emotionally than O cards, some of the O cards, the basic deck. Or maybe it's just my reaction to that, because I connect to that deck quite a lot. So I often use this deck with some other ones like Cope or basic O cards and some kind of resources deck, which often is in a third deck. Now, in terms of when I use it, I have to say I use it a little bit less than I would like to use. I don't know why, but I'm kind of still, it's my love at first sight, but I'm still not fully, how to say, it's an enigmatic deck in a way to me, because it has so much in there. It's very easy to use it when, for example, you work with stress or something, when the person has time management things, or like life is overloaded and things like that. Like, basically it's designed to help people find some relaxation, some resolution from their daily stresses. So that's the original concept of this deck. But there are some images which are interesting in terms of offering some possible solutions as well. And I love the colors in this deck as well. So now I'm studying actually watercolors. So I just started recently, so I will look at it with different eyes as well. Anyways, I hope you are inspired to get this deck and experiment with it. You can also combine it with these different frames which we have from the basic Ode decks or any other auteur deck with the words. I do recommend though to still get this which I reviewed in another video, because it's a must-have deck. Now about the cards, 44 cards for animals. They're very cute actually, and I like that they are not crazy big, like they do not occupy the whole card, so it kind of leaves some room for interpretation. And they're fairly neutral, so you can just use them for maybe looking for some qualities of a character, person, or what can help to achieve something or like resolve something. And I assume that they are really nice also for working with kids, because I can see that kids would relate to these images quite easily. I haven't had a lot of experience yet working with kids, but hopefully later I will have. And another thing is that you, for those who are into like shamanic journeying or something like that, which is getting more popular nowadays in North America at least, you can also use these cards for like some kind of totem or potential power animals, or just like in playing of certain shapes. And even for language, I can easily see how this deck, I'm a teacher of English by education actually, and so I think that it would be really fantastic to have a chance to use something like that in schools for different learning, like both sociology and also learning languages, because you can use them for storytelling, you can use them for creating dialogues together, or some kind of individual work, and even working on your own. I find for language purposes, I would say this would be one of my top choices among the all card decks. Okay guys, I hope this was helpful. So let me know which other decks you would like me to make a review on, and if I have them, I will definitely do. So I hope to make it every week, or at least twice a month, and that way you can get familiar with different cards. And now in terms of where to buy those decks, there are quite a few shops actually in North America, and for sure in Russia and Europe, which sell those cards. The publishing house itself is in Germany, but if you just do a little bit of research, you can find some, and I'll put some links in the description as well. So like my video, subscribe, comment with questions and comments, and I hope to see you at my sessions. And I highly also recommend to watch my other video with my first Blitz online session, and I use this specific deck for it. So and for deeper work, of course, I recommend you to book a session and to become my client and to try it. So have a great day, and let me know how your experience was of working with this session. Goodbye.